Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 62 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Back to Pneumaticraft today, and I've prepped in advance all of the blocks that I need to make the assembly line from Pneumaticraft. So here's how it works. It's not too hard to set up. So I think I'm going to line it up here. I think 5, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I could maybe move it over 1. It's going to have to be, I think, in total 6, but we'll figure it out. So you're going to have an assembly platform, a drill, and a laser. Actually, I do want this moved over again. It's been a little while since I've set one of these up. Yeah, let's start it here. I think what you want is there to be, let's say, a drill and a laser. And then you're going to want an I/O unit, which is your exporter and importer. And in the center of that bad boy, you can have an assembly platform. I think that's a good setup. I'm actually curious what the book has to say about it, because it's been a little while since I've set one up, but I'm pretty sure this will work. Yeah, I don't know. Does it tell you how to do it? These machines communicate with each other when they are horizontally adjacent. Only one machine of each type can exist. Runs on compressed air. Yeah, I think that should be a fine setup, though. And then I'm going to plop down a chest here for input and outputs. Does that sound cool? Yeah, I think it does. So in today's episode, we're going to try this thing out. Now, as you can see, he needs a decent amount of pressure to get up and running here. So what we're going to want to do is make sure that that pressure is ready to roll. So I'm probably going to run a bit of a pipe here, right? So I'm going to probably get another valve and some more tubes. And I'll start running the tubes first and then replace the valve when I'm ready. Does that sound cool? Yep, I like that plan. Let's run it down one level, though, so I can fill the floor in. There's a couple spots around the base where I need to, like, tidy up the floor type situation, but that's okay. We'll get there. Everything will be cleaned up eventually, because remember, I have a bunch of temporary things that I don't need anymore. Okay, ready? Let's put this here and be ready. Hey, why did you pressure chamber valve? Let's go. There you go. I think it was a facing problem. That was supposed to be fast. I did not do a good job of making that go quickly. So now he's balancing out his pressure with the rest of the system, and eventually he'll hit the 3.5 bars that we need. Now remember, these guys are set up to keep me between 3.5 and 4.5 bars. I should probably adjust this. I should. And we can absolutely adjust this if we want to at this point. Yeah, I think we can. Because we can apply some finished PCBs, I think it is, to the gauge here, right? Isn't that right? No, I need finished PCBs to make the thing I need to apply, which is module expansion cards. These guys. These will make some of your modules better in some ways. So, for example, with the pressure gauge tube module, yoinks, I can apply that guy. And we can do something much cooler with him. And that is, we can set a lower and higher bar pressure setup. So what we want to do, let's see. So if I did this, so if we made it like 4.5 to 4.8 maybe. Does that sound cool? So he should not be emitting a redstone signal just yet. Okay, perfect. And then I can remove this whole setup. We don't need any of this redstone wiring anymore. And this is a big part of the reason that I was like anxious to get the stuff. Let's do just regular redstone and a repeater. That should be fine. and then regular redstone again, and that should be cool. So when this thing hits 4.5 bars, he should emit a redstone signal. Now you guys are configured for which mode again? Your redstone is high signal, so I'm going to make you low signal, which turns you back on, right? And the same for you. And you'll notice that I threw a few speed upgrades in there. I'm going to throw a few more in there, I think. Let's bump it up to 7 and see how that works out. I think, maybe. That might be a little too much, but let's see. So once you hit, and we should probably, it looks like you guys are going to get your pressure a lot faster. So let me throw another security module in here, just to be safe. Right? I think that's a good idea. Just in case you start going above, right? So now when you hit 4.5 bars, you should start emitting a redstone signal, I think. Yeah, that might be the case. Let's see. I have a feeling I might still need a little to move this around a little bit, but we'll get it. We'll get it to a good point. Because I think what it'll do is it'll emit a redstone signal of strength. What is going on? What is happening? I think the security value is maybe... Yeah, I think it's the security valve. 7 might be a little bit much. Maybe 5? Does that sound like a good number? 5 might be a sufficient number. We'll see. But you're getting up to 4 point something, which is cool. I think the way these work, if I remember correctly, is like it'll emit a redstone signal based on the pressure in between the range. So like right at 4.5, it'll be like a redstone signal of 1, and at 4.8, it'll be a redstone signal of 15. Something along those lines. We'll see. We'll see. In a second, we'll see, that's for sure. So now you guys are being good, right? That's fine. Good thing I put that security valve there, because that could have been an explosion. Yep, yeah, no, it's flickering. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the signal will be proportional to the pressure interpolated between the lower and higher bounds. Right. So as soon as we hit 4.5, it starts turning on the pressure. Right? So that's going to cause flickering, which again, I don't like flickering. Flickering is bad. Let me see if I can come up with a good solution. I might wind up putting this guy back. And what I'll probably do, maybe, is have a couple of, maybe 2 of these, right? One for low and one for high. And that might be a good way to go. Right? That might be cool. And I can probably get rid of this air compressor. Now the question is, if I get rid of this, good. Good. That's actually what I was hoping would be the case. So let me get another pressure gauge module. Okay. And then I'm going to throw another one of these on there. Okay. So you can be the 4.5, which will be the turn on the redstone. And then you can be... Well, actually, I probably don't need advanced for this. I probably just want 4.8, let's say. Emit when higher than 4.8. And emit when lower than 4.5. Kind of like that. And then we can go back to using this guy. Right? And what it'll be, let me get that redstone quill thingy. Okay, so now you're set up such that if it's just B, it should be keep, right? And if it's B and C, it should be off. And if they're all off, it should be on. Right. Cool. So what this should do now, if I set it up correctly and my brain's not working yet, it's still early in the morning for me, But if I set it up correctly... Oh, and I want this back to be on a high signal, right? So high signal, high signal. Okay. So what should happen now is as soon as we hit... as soon as this drops below 4.5, the signal should turn off, turning this signal on. Then when it hits 4.5, it should turn the signal on, and it'll keep it on, because B is keep, right? Now it's keeping it off. Once it drops below 4.5, it'll keep it on. And then once B and C are activated, it'll turn off. I like that, right? In theory. Yeah, see, now it's on, right? And now B... So what happened is B turned off, it turned on the redstone signal. Now B turned back on, B is keeping the redstone signal on, and then once we hit 4.8, it'll click off again. Kind of like we had it working before, but now with a little bit more fine-tuned control, because I get to specify exactly the pressure for on and off, which I think is awesome. Okay? So I like that. And how are you guys doing? You're, dancing around the 5.0 number. You really are. I need some better pressure tubes here, and then I'll be, I think, in a better place. If I get some better pressure tubes, I should be cool, which I can make with this guy, I think. So you're in standby mode. Let's go get... yeah, shortly you should pressurize to 4.8, but maybe you won't. I think the smart thing to do would maybe be move this thing over to here. Make it a little bit closer. I think that would be a smart move. Put you away. I don't even know how I got that in my inventory. Half this junk at the moment. Alright, so if I did that, we put the liquid air compressor here. Did I put away that redstone quill? I did. Not smart, Dyer, not smart. Now, do you remember your settings? Yeah, high signal, all that. And security dude. None. 4. Okay. Okay. Maybe we're pushing it, but at some point this should hit 4.8 and turn off the stuff. But I think right now, because of the pressure escape thing, it's not. So what I could make it is 4.7. And now it turns off. Right? And now it'll settle down, and it'll stay off until we hit 4.5. Is that cool? I like that. Okay, great. Now I need to go do some Amadron shopping, because I need a couple programs. Let's go pop home and go shopping on Amadron. And like everyone else, I'm going to do it at night. I think I want drill and laser. I think this is what I want. So if I right-click you and place order, he should come snag 14 emeralds out of here. Hello, little drone. Thank you. And then deliver my package, please. I'm pretty sure drill and laser can handle all things, but we're going to test that right now. So there's a couple programs for controlling your assembly line. And basically the program goes in here, and if we look, we can see what things can be made with each program. So for example, I can turn compressed iron blocks into advanced pressure tubes, which are cool because number one, they can handle 20 bars of pressure before they explode. And number two, I'm pretty sure they transfer air faster. I guess we're gonna have to check. Pressure tubes. Does it tell me in here? Tube 1 can contain 5 bars of pressure. Tier 1.5 reinforced can handle 10 bars of pressure. Tier 2 can handle 20 bars of pressure and have a capacity of 4,000 milliliters. Cool. Okay. So if we got, for example, We can make this either with pressure chamber valves times 20 gets 8, or just a block of compressed iron. So let's try this out. We're going to need a bunch of this. There we go. So if I pop that dude in here, he should start working. Now I can also throw speed upgrades in here, which I'm going to do. Yoink. And then the laser should start... No, the drill should start drilling. And then the laser should start lasering. Good to go. Nice. Go, assembly machine, go. There we go. And there's your stuff. Beautiful. I like it. Okay. Tearing it up. Very cool. Now, in theory, you should be able to transfer your air a little bit better now. So let's see if we can swap this out. Now, I'm pretty sure when I break this, these are going to fall off, but that's life. Cool. And you. You. Excuse me, gentlemen, I am busy. Goodness gracious. They come in at the most inopportune times. I don't want you there. Why are you trying to go there? Maybe it's because I'm holding shift. It's putting it on the opposite side of the block. There we go. Cool. And then you, and then you, and then less than 4.5. And then greater than 4. I'll try 8 again and see if that wants to behave a little better now. Cool. So then you are emit when less than 4.5, so that should be on. Yeah, so these guys should be on now. Perfect. And greater than 4.8. Good. So now you're running, and you should be able to pump your gas through these lines a little bit more efficiently. Now, we're still going to stop it at 5, because this guy can't handle a bar of 5, and this guy can't handle a pressure of 5. So, yeah, you're out of luck. You're not going to be able to get up to 20. But some machines need higher, and we will be using these pipes to handle those machines. Cool. But you'll notice things are definitely a little bit more stable, which is cool. And hopefully that means that things are good. I like it. Cool. All right, and then he should be off, I guess. Wait, did I do this backwards? Nope. Yeah, I want this to be greater than 4.5, right? And this is greater than 4.8. So yeah, he should now be keeping this going. Yeah, no, I had that backwards. Cool. And you'll notice we're a lot closer in pressure here now, right? This guy's 4.82, this guy's 4.74. Like, the pressure is very, very much closer to staying equalized with everything, because the pressure tubes are able to handle more pressure, right? They're able to handle more flow, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. And then you should emit a signal now. Yep. So now the pressure's dropping, and it's staying off until it goes below 4.5, at which point it will turn back on. Perfect. Cool. Let's see what else we can make with these guys. We can also turn PCBs, finished PCBs. So if I made empty PCBs again, right, I should be able to turn these directly into the next batch of things. So if I did that, good, you are taking it. So that recipe is the laser. So you only need the laser recipe for that. But since I have the controller for both drill and laser, it's working. And that's what I wanted to see. Nice. And you're doing a good job. Cool. Okay. I like it. Now, what I might do is change this up so that the input and output is different. And I feel like that might be a cool thing to do. Mostly because... yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I would like... let's do this. What I would like to do is have an input and an output chest. I don't want them to be the same. I mean, they could be, I think. I think technically they could be. But I don't want them to be. So what I'm going to do is once you're done crafting my unassembled PCB here, I would like to change this up. And I'm going to place the laser here. And I'm going to put the input here. So this will be the input, and this will be the... well, no, they could be the same now, couldn't they? No, they shouldn't be the same. Because you want them to be a chest. Yeah. So they should not be the same. Okay. So you're going to be... I just want this to look good. Within, you know, the scope of Dyer's ability to make things look good. There we go. Cool. All right. And then we're going to have an interface and a pattern provider. Okay. So if this is the input, or this is the export, this should be the interface, right? And this is the import, so this will be the chest. Maybe I should swap these. I think that would be cooler. I think that would be cooler. It'll be easier to access. Yeah. So let's make this the pattern provider. Let's make this the input chest. And then we'll make this the interface. And then we'll swap our input and output. Okay, so he'll input from the chest, he'll output to the interface. Cool. And then we can put pattern providers in there, and that should be easy peasy. All we need to do is run a little bit of underground cabling. Is that all the smart fluids cable I have? Goodness gracious. Really? I have no more? No more smart fluids cable? Okay, if you say so. And then we just run this guy straight across to here. Okay, now if we wanted to, what I could do, and probably will do, disconnect you for a sec. Let's get some dense cable here. And then what I can do is I can have that be, you know, 1, and this will be another 1. Just in case I ever need to do more. Cool. I like this. So this should be up and running now. And that should be nice and compact. And now I can put patterns in here, right? So let's go program the AE system with all the different patterns we can make with the assembly controller. Or at least the ones that I care about. Deal? So for the assembly controller, number 1, I can do this, right? And all I need is empty PCB goes in, unassembled PCB comes out. And that's all she wrote. Okay? So let's put away some junk for a minute. I don't need a lot of the things that are in my inventory right now. And I'm going to put them all away. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even know how I got obsidian in my inventory. Don't even ask. I have no idea. My inventory is a mess. This is known. Okay. So now, with the assembly controller, what else can we make? I should add this one. I want that to be automated. And that one, for sure. I don't know what a solar cell is. I guess it's for solar power of some kind. I don't need the pressure chamber valve recipe. Maybe the netherite drill bit at some point? I don't know. This is the one I'm going to want, the compressed iron one. Is that it? Is that all there is to it? Is that all you can make? Okay. So I guess these two will be good enough. So I'm going to have you. And since we need to know how to make compressed iron, we shall add that as well to the crafting list. Now, we can pop in here, add these guys. And from here, I can say, hey, I need some... did I add finished PCBs? I should make sure that... Do we have finished? We have unassembled, but we don't have finished PCBs. I should add those to the crafting as well. Cool, and you know how to make all those, and that's just a regular crafting table recipe. So if I came down here and said, hey, get me some finished PCBs, about 6 of them, start, it should pop a bunch of things in here. Boop, boop, boop. And it should be nice and quick. And then it should drop the items in here to do the lasering. Hey, look, it went. Nice. We can give this guy a little bit more speed. Now, he may choke on pressure for a little bit when he does that. That might be a little bit much in the pressuring. What we can do to alleviate that pressure problem is replace these tubes with the advanced ones. And I can also autocraft those now. Cool. If I want that to take precedence, I don't know what... Well, no, it looks good to me. How are you doing in terms of keeping up? You're okay. It's really just getting the gas there, right? Like, you're 4.5, you're 3.5. That's the problem. So let me get some of these. And what we'll do is we'll replace the line. There you go. And now you should be able to stay at 4 a lot easier, even with 8 running. Yeah, see how it's stabilizing now? And even with the 8 speed upgrades in there, it's no problem for it. See? See? Yeah, these guys basically have a higher throughput. Now, this guy might start dropping below 4, but that's okay. It's definitely keeping up now, where it wasn't before. See how much of a difference that makes? Yeah. Once you get to the point where you can make those, 100% worth it. Very nice. And now if we look here, we've got finished PCBs, right? Because it made these, it's working on this, and then it's going to put it all together, and that is cool. That is fully automated assembly line with Pneumaticraft. I like it. There's a few other things we might need to do here, but for now, this is pretty good. Now, I shouldn't need you anymore. I shouldn't need you anymore, in theory. I don't think I need the UV tank. I don't think I need the UV light box or the gas tank. And then we can also rearrange a little bit of what we have here, if we so desire. For example, if we wanted to make this a little bit cleaner, we could. So what I could have... So you've got a vortex dude here. What I could do... So we've got this, right? I could come in here. I just want to make this look a little bit nicer. But I could just run this tube this way. Yeah? Why not, right? And I'm going to use basic tubes for this. And then I can remove you. And we're good. That's all there is to it. I like that. And then the floor is nice and covered. Nice, right? Okay. And then this is my charging station, which, you know, is used to charge things. As you can see, this one can accept up to 20, by the way. And yeah, this is nice. I like this. This feels pretty good to me. And you're keeping everything at 4.5, right? Or higher, between 4.5 and 8. So, looking good. I'm going to say, yeah, this looks good. So let's wrap up. Don't want to sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We can come back next time and see what kind of cool toys are available at Metalcraft. There's a few things that I definitely want to get. Why don't I talk about them real quick right now? I can clear this whole production line out of here. So there's a chest that I can use, the player chest. Is that what it's called? No, that's the remote spawner agitator. Reinforced chest, smart chest, is that it? No, that's not it. Interface? Is that what it's called? Is it aerial interface? Yes. Can use a player's inventory as its own. This means you can hopper items in and out of the machine, and they will be added or removed to the inventory of the player who placed the block. Smarter insertion methods like drones and/or logistics frames, or indeed other mods, could be used to keep the player's inventory supplied with 64 torches, for example. I want the aerial interface. That is cool. That is a super cool and fun thing. And I would also like to play a little bit with drones at some point in the future. So we'll take a look at them to see what kind of cool stuff is. What's a droner? A block that allows computer craft and open computers to interface with drones. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's super cool. All right, we got to wrap up, though. So Darwell20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I might maybe try a tree farm out of drones. I've had no luck with tree farms. But there's a harvesting drone that harvests any fully grown crop within a 17 by 17 area. So that just harvests crops. I don't see anything about trees on that to do. But we can just use the regular drone, which is fully programmable. And we could set that up to do a tree farm with drones. That could be cool. I like that idea. So we're going to do a drone tree farm. Yeah? Okay. Oh, and the other thing I probably want is the RF-based compressor. I want to add that to the to-do list because, yeah, flux compressor. Cool. Converts forged energy into compressed air. Now, the reason I haven't used this yet is because it requires finished PCBs, which I didn't have until today. So we will add that to the to-do list. Oh, it also needs advanced pressure tubes, which absolutely you must make in here. So this is the, you can't get this elsewhere. Okay, so, but the nice thing about that is now I can set up a remote air pressure system anywhere I want and just RF power it, right? We can now generate air pressure with RF. Super easy. All right, wrapping up point. Darwell20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. I'm thinking, like I said, yeah, I'm thinking it would be cool to do, let's see, I want to add you. And, yeah, I'm liking the idea of a... Make sure that you know how to make smooth stone, because I got the impression you didn't. A tree farm with drones. We'll see. Might be cool. For now, take it easy.